You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in.
All right, you guys. So salute everybody that's going to tap into the stream. Hopefully, you guys all get the update and the notification. And make sure that you guys are subscribed. Make sure that you guys ring the notification bell that says all updates. And make sure that you guys like and hype this video. Uh, we need you guys to do that so that you guys will be getting the updates when we send them. We definitely dropping content, but if you guys aren't locked in, you're not going to get notifications. And also share our content, man, on social media, X, Facebook. Share this video. So, and every other social media outlet. Let's get into it, man, because I have some breaking news for you guys as some things have been now exposed and revealed to the public. Allegations. And now what we've all been waiting for at the bare minimum, there have been there has been a co-conspirator that have been allegedly outed right now and accused of a heinous crime. Uh, you know, um, and this is basically the former mayor of Miami has been accused. The former mayor of Miami Beach has been accused of sexual assault by Jeffrey Epstein's personal assistant. Now, according to reports coming out tonight out of TMZ, you guys, Jeffrey Epstein's longtime employee has accused the former mayor of Miami Beach of sexual assault, according to a new report. Now, the Miami Herald is reporting that Sarah Kellen, who was Jeffrey Epstein's personal assistant over many years, you guys, allegedly told the House Oversight Committee that ex-mayor Philip Levine, fashion photographer Paul DeMarshiller, and hairstylist Frederick Fekkai sexually assaulted her. The Herald cites multiple anonymous people who were in the committee during Kellen's testimony. Kellen did not go into detail about the alleged assaults, sexual assaults, the Herald reported. And though she was not sworn in, it is a crime to lie to Congress regardless. A representative for Mr. Fekkai told TMZ that these allegations is categorically false and that he never assaulted anyone, that he was astonished to read of her testimony. Now, Mr. Fekkai never abused anyone, his representative said. He never participated in any illegal behavior. He knew nothing about Jeffrey Epstein's repugnant depravity or trafficking. He did nothing wrong, his representative stated. Representative James Comer, chairman of the House Oversight Committee, called Keelan a very good and sincere, helpful witness during a break in a testimony on Thursday. Mrs. Keelan reportedly told Congress that Jeffrey Epstein made it clear to her that her defiance would get her unalived, and claimed that he showed her that he was more powerful than anyone else in this world. She allegedly name-dropped other well-known figures that she met while traveling with Jeffrey Epstein, from Fidel Castro and Princess Beatrice to former President of the United States of America, Bill Clinton, and Ehud Barak. Keelan said that Jeffrey was able to fool and manipulate the brightest minds in the world, and that us victims did not stand a chance. Former Mayor Levine previously denied any relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, but emails that have surfaced in the last few years seemingly show multiple communications between the pair. That Marchila died in 2022. TMZ said they reached out to Levine and Mr. Fakai, but so far they have gotten zero response. This is diabolical work. And it's crazy how they don't get the notifications for this, right? It is unbelievable how they don't get the notifications. To me, this shows you guys that either people are disinterested in the truth, right? Right? Or there is a system that is purposely not allowing this content to reach like it's supposed to reach. Because they asked to start naming names, and they start naming names, and now they don't want nobody, they don't want this to blow up like it's supposed to, right? I want you to really think about what I'm saying to y'all. You know, big time, you know, person gets exposed, right? A former mayor, right? Former mayor. Think about what I just said to you guys, right? Philip Levine. He was also he was a candidate for governor as well, right? Think about what I just said to y'all, right? Right? Think about what I just said to y'all, right? So this guy is a Democrat, right? It's all getting exposed. So when y'all say, well, why didn't they expose? Why wouldn't they expose blah, blah, blah? Because I told y'all, both sides are alleged to have culpability in these things. So if you're on one side and you blast the other side, but know if you open Pandora's box, it's going to bring a lot of allegations against your side too. Most of these people ain't willing to destroy their side and destroy the whole rigged up, funky system. They don't care. They won't rather protect people and protect relationships than actually protect the victims and the people who were alleged victims of these scumbags. Think about what I just said to you. Now, he's innocent unless proven guilty in the court of law, but he's officially been accused. 3 men, multiple men have now. Everybody said, where are all the co-conspirators? They're starting to name them. So let's see if they will leak out more names that'll be stated in these private meetings with the Overhouse Committee. Let's see if they'll do that. Right? Now, y'all hit the like button. We need to get those likes up and share this video so the reach is out there. That is very important on these videos, is the reach. You guys don't understand how important this is. That we get the reach, that these videos get out there. Right? Think about what I'm saying to everybody. They naming names now. Y'all all sit up here and say it. Man, why they ain't naming names, man? They naming names, and now everybody quiet. They naming names, and now everybody quiet. Everybody quiet. Peep game now. Peep game now. I'm just telling y'all what it is. Right? So now it's out in the open. No excuses. No excuses. Right? It's over with, man. And I hope There are more and more people. But I want to read to you what else it was said in this article in the Miami Herald. It is said it is the first time a victim has testified about Jeffrey Epstein before Congress. And I quote, she said, Jeffrey made sure I knew that defying him would cost me my life. Kellen told the committee in an opening statement. So this dude, he also was threatening murder on people. Jeffrey Epstein. He would threaten, according to these people, to murder people if they didn't do what he wanted. So all these allegations about people, not being unalive, bro, you have to take that serious. She said he knew everyone in the highest echelons of society, and everyone, she said everyone catered to Jeffrey Epstein. He knew everyone in the fashion industry, academics, finance, government, powerful world leaders, dictators, and everyone in between. From the beginning, he showed me he was more powerful than anyone in the world. She said, I sat in a room in Cuba with him and Fidel Castro. I was taken to Asia and Africa with former President Bill Clinton, including a lunch at the Sultan of Brunei. I was at Prince Beatrice's 18th birthday party at Windsor Castle and at the desert home of the Sheikh Mohammed of Dubai. I sat across the table from Ehud Barak in Israel. She said Jeffrey was able to fool and manipulate the brightest minds in the world. Us victims did not stand a chance. 4 sources who heard her testimony said that Kellen did not provide details of the alleged sexual assaults, but that she came across as credible. She was a very good, sincere, and helpful witness, Comer said during a break in the testimony on Thursday. I can't say enough good things about her. He noted that she had never been interviewed by law enforcement or prosecutors. This is how dirty law enforcement is. I told you guys this. I told you, this is how dirty law enforcement is. This woman said that the goddamn mayor of Miami Beach, who was running for governor down there, sexually assaulted her along with multiple other people. That she dropped names. And they said that she said she was never, let me repeat this again. He says, and I'm going to read this to y'all, right? He noted that she had never been interviewed by law enforcement or prosecutors before Jeffrey Epstein's arrest in 2019. That fact alone, he said, showed once again that the government failed the victims. Of all the people we've interviewed so far, he said, this interview was by far the most substantive and productive interview that we've had, Comer said. She was very brave coming forward. I can't imagine how difficult it was for her to go into detail about the abuse she endured in the hands of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. He added that her naming 3 other alleged abusers was a positive step and that the whole world will be able to see that and will move forward. Now, the names of the 3 men were first reported last night by the Red Letter. Levine, who became mayor of Miami Beach in 2013 and ran as Democrat for Florida governor in 2018, has previously said he never had a friendship or business relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, who was charged with sex trafficking in 2019 and died in his jail cell later that year. Epstein had more than a dozen contacts for Levine, in his so-called little black book. Days after Epstein's death, Levine told the Herald that he had met Epstein a couple of times, but had no clue how they met. He said, "We probably met 15 or 20 years ago at a social event in New York and probably exchanged business cards," Levine told the Herald in 2019. "I really don't recall where and when," he says, "never had any interactions with him and didn't meet beyond that." Since that time, however, more emails have surfaced showing that this dude, Mr. Levine, former mayor of Miami Beach who ran for governor, Mr. Democrat here, well, I told y'all that both parties are full of shit. The email surfaced showing that he was close to both Jeffrey Epstein and Jeffrey Epstein's longtime associate, Ghislaine Maxwell, including one in which Levine joked about the size of his beefcake. He exchanged, let me repeat that again. I think I need to hear that. Since that time that he claimed that he ain't really know this dude and shit like that, more emails surfaced showing that this man on the left-hand side was close to both Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Did I tell you I got a bunch of weirdos allegedly running around here? Y'all don't want to listen to me? It says including one in which Mr. Levine joked about the size of his beefcake. You know what I mean when I say beefcake. He joked about the size of his nuts. He exchanged several other sexually suggestive emails with Ghislaine Maxwell, who was later found guilty of facilitating Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking operation. Up until now, Levine had not been accused of any illegal activity and has denied any involvement in Jeffrey Epstein's crimes. Kellen worked for Epstein for about 15 years, starting in 2001. She herself was recruited to work as a personal assistant when she was about 21 years old. She was called to testify before the House Oversight Committee, which is investigating Jeffrey Epstein's criminal network. Notice how they telling y'all everything about the war, but they ain't telling y'all about this. In a statement she read before the committee, Keelan said that she was sexually and emotionally abused by Jeffrey Epstein for almost the entire time she worked with him. She traveled all over the world and met many powerful people, including former President Bill Clinton and Fidel Castro. But at one point, she mentioned that she was sexually abused and harassed by some of the prominent people in Epstein's world, including Levine, Fakai, who she said both sexually assaulted her. DeMarshall, a photographer so well known that his name is mentioned in the movie The Devil Wears Prada, exposed himself to her, she alleged. You know, he basically said he showed his beefcake to her, right? So files released by the United States Department of Justice, y'all smash the like button as y'all come on in here. They don't want y'all to see this. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, see, I'm being real with y'all. They don't want y'all to, this chat's supposed to have 3,000 people in here. See, let me tell y'all something. If I was giving this smoke to Diddy, the whole chat room be full. This is the problem I have. You're going to keep that same energy. This is what I do. But the problem is y'all don't want to see these videos. You lie. You don't want to see this shit. Let's just tell the truth, man. This is the devious, diabolical, demonic world that we live in. Right? So it says files released by the U.S. Department of Justice earlier this year indicate that Levine had a closer relationship with Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell than he previously let on, including an exchange in which Levine and Maxwell joked about Levine being, quote unquote, hung like a horse, if you know what I mean. Now, the emails show that Levine remained friendly with Jeffrey Epstein even after this animal was convicted in 2008 in South Florida. In July of 2010, as Epstein's probation period was ending after a sweetheart deal with federal prosecutors, Levine sent Epstein an email calling him a great guy and singing it up, your friend Philip. Signing it up, your friend Philip. The files also reveal flirty and sexually suggestive emails between Levine and Ghislaine Maxwell from the early 2000s. In October 2001 message, Levine told Ghislaine Maxwell to tell a woman whom Levine was planning to meet that the rumor is I'm hung like a horse, not a rumor, end quote. Ghislaine Maxwell wrote to Levine the same day, I told her you were hung like a horse, and she said that she would like to see it at breakfast. I told her to take pictorial evidence for me. So she said, in layman's terms, that she wanted the other girl to send her a picture of this man's beefcake or his nuts. Last year, Ghislaine Maxwell told the Department of Justice that Mr. Levine was her very good friend and that she had been introduced to Bill Clinton because of Philip Levine. Levine denied introducing Ghislaine Maxwell to former President Bill Clinton, saying last year that his relationship with Ghislaine Maxwell was that of a friend to my wife, and I nothing more, nothing less. Levine married his longtime girlfriend in 2018. Levine told the Miami Herald in a statement earlier this year, I have stated previously, my only connection to Jeffrey Epstein arose solely through my former friendship with Ghislaine Maxwell. I met Epstein only a few times. I never conducted business with him, never visited his island, and never flew on his aircraft. I regret ever meeting him, he said. In 2018, the Boston Globe investigation described interviews with 7 models who accused Mr. Demarchier of assaulting them, harassing them, and preying on young women, some of whom said they were teenagers at that time. Before his death, Demarchier denied all the allegations in a statement to the Globe. One of the models wrote an email to Vogue editor Anna Wintour about his advances, according to the Globe, and Condé Nast formally cut ties with Demarchier after the Globe contacted the company with questions. In April 2012, Jeffrey Epstein wrote in an email to a person whose name is redacted that he planned to accompany Demarchier in Russian Vogue to St. Petersburg. Now, Fakai, owner of a famed New York City salon, had also been tied to Jeffrey Epstein for years, going back into the early 2000s. Ghislaine Maxwell described Fakai as friendly, very friendly, in an interview with the Department of Justice last year. Jeffrey Epstein offered models trips to his salon. Emails released with the Department of Justice's Epstein files show he paid the salon for haircuts up until just months before his arrest, paying $367.84 for a woman's haircut and eyebrow tweeze in April of 2019. In a November 2010 email to Latvian model Lana Zakokasela, Jeffrey Epstein said that he had known Fakai for 10 years. He's at my house now, Jeffrey Epstein wrote. I helped his company form. This is diabolical work, and they need to call any of these people, and they need to call the other victims and demand that they name names. Every single one of them should be outed in front of the entire world. They need the victims to come forward and name names. No more hiding, no more games, no more innuendos of this one or that one, or was it this one, was it that one. They need to just name names and out these bums. Simple as that. No more, no less. Only when they name names and expose these scumbag animals to the entire world will we be able to move forward and have some type of closure, some type of peace, and some type of respect when they're able to meet justice. And I'm talking about every last one of them. So if you really respect this content and you really want to help get the word out, make sure that you guys share this video. They don't want y'all seeing this video. This is why notifications don't be going out, because I talk about all these things. It don't matter who it is. Y'all know I don't play the game like that. If you out here violating people, especially people that's out of age, man. You know, it's wrong to be violating anybody, but you violate people that's out of age, man. They can't. You can, bro. That's bullshit, man. I don't roll like that, man. I roll different, man. I'm cut different on that, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't go down like that, man. And this type of stuff right here, this dude, based off them allegations, he should instantly be investigated for a sex crime, along with the rest of them that's still alive, that's named. And they need to get all the other victims in there and tell the victims, hey, you guys need to name names. No more hiding. Name the names. That way, we can have thorough investigations and get all of these pieces of shit out of here. Because for this girl to say Jeffrey Epstein was the strongest dude in the world, it shows you he's stronger than world leaders. So if he's stronger than world leaders, he got all this stuff on world leaders. I mean, how far up does it go? We know how far up it goes. We know the allegations against some of these world leaders. They're disgusting. The allegations against Donald Trump, absolutely diabolical. But we live in an era where people don't want to know the truth, man. Even right now in the comment section, everybody's quiet. Y'all see this? This is the type of world we live in, man. People are afraid to stand on business and really speak out against the nonsense, man. You know what I mean? If you got to take it from a woman, or if you got to take it from and you just a despicable person, right? And you need to be like, you don't need to be in no leadership position. I don't know why people don't understand this. Stop electing these people who y'all think are good people. A lot of these people are sold out, they scumbags, and they got all kind of accusations against them. That's why I told you guys, don't believe in these celebrity figures people, man. I'm trying to tell y'all this, man. I'm really trying to tell you, it's only a chosen few that's really like that anyways. You'll know once you talk to them. So hopefully you guys will share this video. Press 1 in the comment section if you're going to share this video, man. Like the video. Hype the video. And if you got X, Facebook, share this video. Share all these videos, man. You know, real talk, man. Sometimes you got to be a voice for the voiceless, or the people that's afraid to speak. You have to be a voice, because this is the reason why people are afraid to speak. Imagine having people running the country and in powerful positions, and they're some of the most diabolical people on earth. Imagine having those type of people in control. Like, share, subscribe, man. It's important, man. And the more people that support this, it gives the victims more power. It gives them more strength to come out here and expose these pieces of trash. Right? Real talk. So now you know what you're dealing with. You know, it's just like that Chud the Builder situation. That stone cold racist that's walking around calling black folks the N-word like it's going out of style. Yeah, that guy. You see what happened with him? He comes out, he's calling all these black folks N-words with the hard ER. You understand what I'm saying? He shoots a black man, tries to take him out, didn't finish the job, and now what? He is being treated as a sympathetic figure. This is diabolical work. And I said, press one. Only one person press one, man. Out of all these people in the chat, man, it's absolutely disgusting, man. People just, like I said, y'all want to hide in the cut. You got, like I said, y'all ain't got no soul, man. I can't really respect a lot of people, man. Real talk, man. You see how they stood up for this racist? You see how that courthouse was packed? All them people went in there and stood 10 toes for this stone cold racist right here.
Hey, we always appreciate the support, and if you guys want to do so, you can use the Cash App or PayPal links. They'll be in the description box below this video or pinned at the top of the comments. The top donators will be announced every month. All right, you guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all cop the merch, and make sure that you get the weight loss formula. The links to that will be in the description box below this video. Check out our next video coming up right now.